I'm Keith Evans. I'm the lead designer on the division here at Red Storm. I've been working on Last Stand.
Nice.
We love you. Thanks,
And
buddy.
what about you? I think I might be coming through a little bit on your mic, but I'll try and talk a little bit quieter. My bad. Um,
Okay.
what about you, Terry?
My name is Terry Spear, and I'm the creative director on the division here at Red Storm.
Just so people know what to expect, we are talking about a very, very specific part of Last Stand and 1.6, and that is the Dark Zone extension. We call it Dark Zone North, which gives you an indication of which way it stretches, but it's DZ 7, 8, and 9, which Red Storm have been tirelessly working on, and you would have seen a bit of that in the teaser trailer and also in the intro to the stream. But what we're going to do is we're going to shut up for a second and we're going to show you just a little taste of what DZ North has to offer. Whoa. Guys, someone forgot to collect the garbage. It's kind of built up a little bit. Sorry about that. In what ways would you guys say it maybe differs from the rest of the Dark Zone as it stands right now?
Well, you know, the DZ 1 through 6 was a little bit too happy, not dark enough, right? We needed to add a little more depth
All right.
to the Dark Zone.
More piles of stuff.
Yeah. Really, the kind of aspect we were going after for DZ North was we wanted some more interiors. We wanted some more arena-focused gameplay, and we wanted some more rooftops. So street combat's fantastic. Try to break up the grid a little bit and let players move in and out, and tactically and strategically through the interiors, bigger spaces, and rooftops, and it worked out. We did a thing. It's awesome.
Because you guys have increased playable spaces. And all of that. So what's going on there? Because it's actually probably bigger than it appears, right?
Yeah, I mean, we doubled the Dark Zone in size, more or less. When you talk about all of the traversable space, including the rooftops, it's like you might as well throw DZ 1 through 6 in there. It's like 100% increase. Not actually 100%, but it's damn near close to that.
All right.
It's awesome.
Especially in options and just much more focused combat arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that, but I think that's pretty damn cool. So there's like rooftops, some underground stuff, and a bunch of other things in between, which is awesome.
Yeah, like actual building interiors, like rooms inside of buildings, not just a little shop with an electronics box, just like real big arena space rooms that you can move through, and it's great combat.
Are we able to move from DZ 6 to 7?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's just one contiguous space. There's little places you can stop off and resupply or respawn. But when you're moving through, you can freely traverse the space.
Actually, one of the things that I found really interesting that I learned from you guys when I was at Red Storm is that, and I said that we wouldn't talk about features, and I don't think this is really a feature, but you will actually be able to fast travel between DZ checkpoints now, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So if you enter and it's a little too hot for you, and you want to go down to DZ1, you can do that between checkpoints. Or if you want to chase rogues, you have that ability to kind of pick your gameplay a little more specifically.
As a note, though, if you have contaminated gear, fast traveling from gate to gate will destroy the contaminated gear.
Okay, cool. All right, good to know. It just makes it so you can do that, but all right, you can. There's a couple of things that I think people have been shouting out for a very, very long time, and that is dedicated PvP. Something like where you could go into an arena and play PvP against other people who wants to play PvP, which is cool.
It's a good idea.
And do you guys want to do that?
Yeah.
I really want to do that very badly.
Cool. All right. For the people out there who have never heard anything about Last Stand, how would you explain the Last Stand mode to them?
The Last Stand mode is organized PvP inside the Dark Zone. So it's a separate experience from the Dark Zone that people know right now. You will queue into it. It's session-based flow, and it's 8v8 real large-scale PvP inside the Dark Zone.
Right. It's objective-based PvP.
Yeah.
8v8. How does that work?
So you can join in with your group. So you have your group of 4, and you'll get matchmade with another group of 4. So you're kind of going off in these kind of attack squads.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to have a group of 4 to queue. You can queue solo.
Absolutely.
It will throw you into a group, and you'll have 7 other buddies to kick ass with.
Yeah.
All right.
Start.
Can we bring up the map, Peter? There is a map that people can see. All right. So I'm just going to bring this up. Let's talk about this for a little bit. So each of those have multiple points on them. How does that work?
So the way it works is, you can see here we're playing in the new DZ 7 and 8. Mm-hmm. And so when you enter one of these tactical locations, kind of your objectives changes, and you get 3 sub-objectives inside the tactical location. Your team needs to own all of those to start scoring points.
All right.
So you're basically trying to take over large zones around the Dark Zone.
Yeah, so someone's already saying, Program Kate in chat saying, oh, it's domination. Is that something that is a fair assumption? Are there any similarities between domination and what we have?
There's similarities for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it a normal domination mode, but yep, we have 3 areas, and we have those 3 objectives inside those areas. You have to own them all in order to score. Mm-hmm. The first one to fill your score bar wins, stuff like that. So in that sense, yeah, just like the Dark Zone, we've got landmarks in these matches, and the landmarks have AI populated there. And when you kill the AI, you're going to get shade tech. That shade tech is essentially currency in the game, and that's how you activate the fortifications that people saw in the trailer. And there's other things called tactical boosts, which help your team win. I don't know how much detail we want to go into that, but there is essentially a hunter-gatherer aspect, a loop in there for PvEers who want to still participate in this new thing. And then there's plenty of dedicated PvP for those people that just want to punch each other in the face.
After a certain amount of time, you'll be able to directly spawn on teammates, or from memory? Is that what's happening there?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a pace changer for sure. And being able to spawn not actually directly on, but around people on your team, so you're essentially getting quicker reinforcements.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you're in the middle of a firefight, and then all of a sudden your buddy just runs around the corner, and he just chose to spawn on you, and your shade agent buddies are just kind of dogpiling you.
We did it in a way to make sure it doesn't feel unfair.
Sure.
But it makes the last part of the match really pick up.
Yeah,
exactly.
The spawning in general, that's a big thing for us because, as you saw on the map, we're playing in big zones. Mm-hmm. So kind of controlling where you can spawn throughout the course of a match is very key to victory, right? So you holding your spawn point opens up spawn relays deeper into the match, and then you get your buddy spawn, and it's just kind of this cascading effect.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
You bring up a very good point.
Go for it.
We actually, you spawn on the mega map now.
Respawn time, how quickly can people get back into the action?
Pretty fast, actually. We've made great strides to try to, minimize the kind of the loading associated with respawning as fast as we can possibly get it. Plus, you're on the mega map and you're kind of watching your team take these different tactical locations and then, zooming right into the map. So there's no restrictive spawn delay. There's no wave spawner.
There's no going rogue in this game mode.
No.
Right? You play as a shade agent, and the other team they're rogues, right? I don't know if it's lifting the curtain, but you're never going to play as a bad guy, right? Shade always wins.
You're always hunting rogues.
Yeah. So there's no penalty for death. You don't lose DZ rank, DZ credits. There's no loot associated with the match, right? Mm-hmm. So you're not farming loot like you would in the Dark Zone. So you don't have to worry about dropping anything. It's penalty-free PvP. Now, when you win or when the match finishes, you'll get your rewards, but you don't have to worry about any of the normal Dark Zone restrictions or repercussions for death.
Yep.
Do you use your gear? And this segues us into a conversation that I think has to center around gear normalization. Firstly, yes, we are going to try out normalization because we want to make sure that people brought a little, well, not a little bit, but very much closer together, so your skill is what counts. But it is something that we're trying out for the very first time. It's a very new thing in terms of the Division PvP. but it will be, we'll be trying it both with and without normalization on the PTS. Is that correct, guys?
Correct. That's correct. We'll we tried it with the ETF. We've been making adjustments, and I'm very excited to start getting feedback on the PTS about it.
Nice. I mean, when we talked about it at the ETF, there's a lot of different ways, or like so many different variables that we can kind of tweak to make sure that normalization works. So this is going to be, I think, probably the biggest part, well, not the biggest, but a very, very big part of the 1.6 PTS, and we really need feedback on it to make sure that it works for everyone. PvP isn't the only thing happening in 1.6 and Last Stand. There is PvE as well. Did I say that there's going to be a new incursion? Did I?
You did not.
You did not.
But now you did.
It's done now. You did it.
All right. There's a new incursion, guys, and it's awesome. Freaking cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's very, very, very cool, and we'll have more information on that not today, but very, very soon. It's people haven't seen these capture points that you have. Can we just roll that quick thing, and we'll be quiet during the duration of it, but let's take a look at one of the points. All right, so that was one of the objective captures. Keith, you've seen that video. I sent it to you before. Anything to say on that one? What are people looking at?
So right now they're inside the A tactical location. Okay. I'm kind of watching it on replay over here to the right, but they're inside the A tactical location, and they're interacting with one of the sub objectives.
Okay.
So they need to enter. There's 3 of those stations scattered around the area. Mm-hmm. You have to flip them all to your team to kind of control the tactical location.
Yeah. I can say someone's asking about an Alpha Bridge nerf. Yes, of course. Come on, Alpha Bridge way OP. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Not a problem. We are confirming that there is no gear score increase.
Yes.
Confirmed.
All right. No gear score increase. So if you've got a Barrett's chest that you like, you can keep the Barrett's chest that you like.
Yay.
Yay.